Hello, everyone. I am going to let people trickle in because I joined in a bit early. I'm really excited for today's chat. So let's wait for people to join in and then we'll start about in 5 minutes. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Shilpa. I'm just waiting for people to join in. I join in a little bit early today because today I'm really excited. I wanted to go deep dive into the video that I made last video that I posted. I want to go more deep. So I'm really excited for today's hello. Please let me know if this is your first time joining live or are you a returning viewer? You have watched the live before. I would love to know that. And where are you watching the live? It's 6 p.m. here. Hi, Shilpa. Everyday Mom Life. Hello. So today is going to be a little bit a deep conversation. I'm just going to give 5 more minutes for people to join in. And then we are going to talk about the last video that I posted, and I'm going to go deep dive into what holds us back. Why do we all have plans? We all have goals, but what holds us back to not take an action? And I'm going to give you my life examples, how I was able to make a change. Hopefully my audio is okay. If not, I can plug into my mic. If you want, please let me know. I can plug in my mic if the audio is not clear. Happy to do that. Please let me know. Hello. Hi, Neha. All right. I see a lot of people are joining in. Hello. Hi, Lakshmi. Voice is clear. Okay, perfect. All right. So if voice is clear for everybody, then thank you. Then I am not going to plug in my mic. Hello. Hi, Tiliana. Hello. All right. Maybe we should give maybe 2 more minutes for people to join in. And I was saying before that today I wanted to take this conversation more deeper. So it is related to the last video that I posted. And I wanted to go more detail into what holds us back. We all have goals. We all have desires. We all have dreams. But when it comes to taking an action, something holds us back. We're going to deep dive into that, and also I am going to give you some example from my life, how I was able to do it and how I still implement those actions. So oh, the weather is rainy over there. Oh, I mean it's pretty cloudy today here as well. So I'm really excited for this session. And right before this session, I received for my product packaging. I don't know if you guys will be interested to look at it. I would be really happy to share packaging with you all. So if you're interested, only then I will share with you. I am super excited. I just received the packaging that I was working so many months, so hard. And hello, Kamal. I would be really happy to show you, but only if you are interested. And yeah, it's super excited. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Priyanka. All right. Okay. Some people are writing interested. Well, if you're interested, I would be very happy to share the packaging with you guys. But if you're not, totally okay. All right. Okay. I think we can just get started. So I have made my notes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me actually share with you guys. Thank you. Perfect. We'll do that. We'll do that. All right. Okay. Yes, I will show you guys. So this is literally a baby to me. Look at you guys. This is the packaging. I cannot believe I have designed it by myself. Like, I am so excited. This is the packaging. And I am also going to show you guys the bottle. I am so excited. I'm so excited for this. This is the water bottle design. These are hand illustrated water bottles, and it has the affirmation on it. I am strong. And thank you. I am so excited for this because this is literally my sole purpose. Is imagine if we can empower our kids from early on, that they are amazing, they can do hard things, how their world will look like, right? And this is the reason why I come up with this, and I am so excited to launch this. And this one says, I am limitless. I'm gonna show you all here really quick because we have a lot to go through. And here we go. This is the another design, and this one says, I am brave. I am so excited. I'm so excited, you guys. This one says, I am brave. And then lastly, I'm going to quickly show, like I said, today is going to be a very intense session because we have a lot to go through. And this is the India design. This is so close to my heart. And this one says, I am worthy. We are only launching in US and Canada right now, and then we'll see where else can we bring. But I'm so excited. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Before I proceed in, today's session is a really deep dive into the topic. So if anyone is here and not really interested to get into this topic and get into change your life, then feel free to log out right now. I do not tolerate any spam. I do not tolerate that. Only option that leaves me to block you. So unless you want me to block you, or you can just leave the chat right now. All right. Thank you so much, Shilpa. Thank you. Thank you. I'm super excited to launch these bottles. All right. So let's talk about it. We all have big dreams. Why do we struggle? And what is holding us back? Let's start with the first step, and that is when we make our goals and dreams. Before even do that, I think it's really crucial that we have to almost kind of like investigate about our life, that what is that we don't like about our life. Is it something because we are not happy with the job that we are doing? We're not happy with the life that we have because it is a stressful, it's a relationship issue. So you have to almost do an investigation. And this is kind of like a practical exercise. I would say grab a pen and paper, write down these questions. You won't be able to do this practice with me. So watch this right now, write down the questions, and then rewatch it with your answers and see what is holding you back. So first you have to reevaluate your life. What is that you want? The problem is when we make the goals, whole life, we have a linear goals, meaning that we go to school, university. Everybody from the childhood is telling us what to do in our life. When we go to the university, they tell us, okay, you do these courses, you study them, and once you study them, you are going to get passed, then you get the job. Do you see this? It's a very linear path. But when, let's say, you wanted to exit this traditional path, let's say you don't want to work for somebody else, you want to work for yourself, and that is your desire. I'm sorry, I'm not looking for investment. I really appreciate it. And I am going to take the questions at the end. So Thank you for holding your questions back. Anyways, going back to when we are in university, when you have the goals, the problem is when we go in the university, when we go in the college, when we do the job, your employer is telling you what to do. Every single day when you log in, you have a project to do. You know that this is where you need to go. You know that every single day you have a quota, or you have a goal in the job that you have to meet. The problem is when you decide to make a change, now you are on your own boss. Nobody is telling you what to do. Nobody is giving you instructions. Okay, do this at by this end of the month, and I'm going to review the report. What happened is the main problem is our brain craves comfort. Our brain is not wired for anything challenging. And this is quite common with everybody's, not just you, and never think that way. Everybody's brain is wired for the comfort. Once you understand that our brain is actually not wired for the hard thing. If I tell you, climb the mountain just for the sake of climbing it, then you are going to say, well, I'm not going to climb the mountain, because why would you climb the mountain if there is no pleasure attached to it? Now, if I tell you, climb the mountain and you are going to get $1,000, your level of interest will increase based on your reward. And this is how, I'm sorry, I'm just going to, yeah. Anyways, thank you. So what will happen? Our brain is so wired for the reward. So any goal that you make in your life, reevaluate this way, that your brain is either going to respond to a fear, or it's going to respond on the based on reward. So if I ask you that in your job, you have to perform or do this project in 2 weeks, you are not going to do it. Why? Because the problem is, if there is no fear or reward attached to it, you're most likely are not going to do it. If I give you an ultimatum that you will be fired from your job if you don't do this task or project, whatever that is, right? So what are you going to do? You are absolutely going to finish that task no matter what happened. But when we are in a stage where we are not the decision maker, in the sense that now we are the one who is controlling our life, you quit your job, you are doing something for yourself, where the fear comes from is you feel like lost. Now nobody is giving you instruction, nobody is telling you what to do. Then what are you going to do? You are just going to feel you are lost in the process. And this is where you are going to use your brain, the biological way how brain actually functions. So in neuroscience, what is this called is reward, which is basically a dopamine. It's a dopamine effect that you have to activate anytime you have the goal. So for example, if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to start a YouTube channel. Now the problem is it's an unknown path. You have no idea how to do the YouTube. How am I going to post the video? How am I going to talk to the camera? Or what is there for me to speak? It could be losing weight. It could be starting a business. It could be anything. Any goals. It doesn't have to be a big goal. Doesn't have to be a small goal. Whatever that you want to achieve. When you activate your brain from an angle that you are going to work through the reward and the fear, you are going to get the result. So what is happening in that sense? If you tell yourself, I am not going, you quit your job and you tell, okay, I have only saving for 1 year. If my YouTube channel or whatever that is, your business or whatever, it doesn't work, then I am not be able to support my family. I won't be able to pay the rent. I will be stuck in my life. So there's a fear attached to it, right? A lot of people they activate the fear. I'm a very fear driven, like it drives me. If when I quit the job, and this is exactly what I tap into unknowingly before even reading more into the neuroscience and how does it even work. So what happened is I told myself I'm going to quit my job because I don't like the way that I'm living my life. But the problem is at the age of 36, quitting is comes with also a lot of question to your status quo. How can somebody leave a stable position? Because ev- everybody at 36 at some sort of a stable position, and it almost your brain goes in a freeze mode because I'm stepping into the uncomfortableness, right? I wasn't sure what path do I wanted to take. I had some sort of idea that I wanted to do something creative. I had an idea that I wanted to do a business. I didn't know what I wanted to start. I had the idea I wanted to start a brand. I had the idea I do not want to stick with this job. I do not want to live this traditional way. Life has to be bigger. But the problem was I didn't have a clear idea where am I heading. And the only way it worked for me when I tap into my fears, meaning that I have a saving for 1 year or 2 years. If this thing doesn't work out, I have to go back to the same job. And I cannot be unsuccessful in this because I have to make this work no matter what happened. So every single day, my actions are coming from the fear. So now, let's say you are wanting to take an action for whatever project that you wanted to do. For example, you quit your job or not even quit your job. Let's say it's just side hustle. I wanted to make this very clear. Not everybody brain function on the fear basis because some people wired for comfort and that is okay. Some people really need a comfort in their life in order to know that they wanted to be successful. So what is happening is when you leave your job, you might get into a state that is not going to be functionable for you, meaning you don't have a savings, and that's income is literally you are the main breadwinner in your family and that is the only income you have in your life, then you cannot quit the job. Quitting a job doesn't work for every single person. I just wanted to make everything clear. So I do not want you to get into this assumption that everybody needs to quit a job. No. If you are super unclear, if you think that quitting a job will put you in more fear mode, then you're not even going to function because your body needs to be comfortable. It worked. How? Because I knew that I had a saving. I had a plan that, okay, I am going to save and then I'm going to be able to quit. Before quitting the job, I analyzed my life, how my life would look like with no income. How am I going to pay the bills, the responsibility that I still have? How am I going to do it? And then I tap into my, okay, I have to work through my savings, and then I activate my fear mode, which is that if it doesn't work, then I have to go back to my old job. I have to go back to my life that I don't like. And if you can tap into the fear, that is one of the way to motivate it. You wanted to lose weight. So how are you going to take an action is I don't like the way that I look. If I lose weight, I will be able to wear what I wanted to wear. Let's say you buy that dress, you put it in your closet, look at it every single day and tell yourself, I will not be able to wear this if I don't lose the weight. So then your actions are coming from fear. Another, which we are going to tap into, which is reward. Reward is another way that we can activate our brain to function for us. How reward works is when when we make a to-do list and when we finish all our tasks, it gives us such a dopamine hit that we tick off every single thing from our to-do list, and it makes us feel like such a big achievement. what is happening in that moment is we are activating to our reward. Same way, when you are making a decision for yourself, you made this goal, you can activate a reward system saying, by quitting my job, I am going to launch this YouTube channel, for example. And every single day when I make my videos, people like my videos, they comment on my videos, that's kind of like a reward. And then you can also make yourself a goal. Every single week, I am going to post a one video in order to be a successful YouTuber. Every time when you post a single video, you are giving your brain a reward. Reward and fear, two things where our brain function. So once you understand this, every time your brain come up with an excuse, it's 5 in the morning, it's cold, it's rainy, you don't want to wake up in the morning, you don't want to do workout, you don't want to go for a run, you don't want to do the thing that you wanted to do because it's uncomfortable. Putting a camera on and recording a video is the hardest thing ever. I'm telling you guys, this is literally a public speaking. But the problem is when you are getting into that action mode, your brain craves comfort. Your brain not going to tell you don't do it. Your brain going to come up with an excuse. For example, my hair doesn't look good. Let's not film a video today. Let's film it tomorrow. Oh, actually, I don't have anything to wear for gym. Let's not go today. How about we go shopping and then I'm going to hit the gym? You know what is happening? Your brain is looking for reward without doing the work. When you go buy clothes for your new clothes for your gym, you actually don't need a clothes. Your brain is giving you that reward by purchasing clothes and you're still not hitting the gym, but your brain is getting that reward by just buying the clothes. If you understand how your brain works, then you can tap into, okay, this is my brain getting into the comfort. I'm not going to let my brain talk. I am going to become my own voice and I'm just going to make a decision. So every single day when I wake up 5 in the morning, I wake up super early. And when I started to wake up, and let me tell you guys, I'm not a morning person. I was never a morning person. But what I decided that every single day I am going to wake up 5 in the morning. What I activated is reward system, meaning that my son was very young at that time. Like he was only 3. He's going to be 5 soon. So he was 3. He used to wake up super early. So I would only have like maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes of my own time. So then I said that if I wake up early in the morning, I get to enjoy my me time. And what was the me time? It could be reading a book. It could be just simple drinking a coffee. Drinking a coffee with no interruption, especially if you are a parent, then you can totally understand what I'm talking about. Or even if you're not even a parent, right? If you are a person that likes a quiet morning, when you wake up and have your me time, that is the best thing ever, right? So I tap into my reward, which is if I wake up, I am going to get to enjoy my me time. And that's what I activated till this date. And I'm going to tell you, there's no such thing as, oh, I'm motivated to do this thing. My motivation is coming up. The motivation looks like this. It comes, goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. It doesn't stay in the same way as a lot of people think that it's the motivation that I'm missing. No, you're not missing a motivation. You're missing is a clear goal in your head. Why do you want to do it? And activate your reward and your fear base and then build a system. So how I build a system in order to wake up 5 in the morning or earlier than that, I have to be bed by 9 or 9:30 maximum. No matter what happened, I have to turn off my TV, or I actually don't even watch any shows. So I have to turn off that and I cannot scroll internet. So let's talk about it. What happened when we scroll social media? I don't think social media is bad. I truly think there's so many things that we learn from social media. I personally learn a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube videos that inspires me. The problem is when you watch content, your brain again goes in the comfort, but you're not watching the right type of content. Your brain goes in the relax mode. Your brain is not doing anything. When you are watching random videos that is just giving you a dopamine hit, all you are doing is just watching them and getting entertained by it. So your brain is not doing anything, and he loves that. Your brain loves when you just sit there and you're scrolling, wasting your time rather than doing something productive, because in order to do something productive, your brain has to work. Once I understood this, my everything, whatever the hard task is, I can see. I still can see myself, okay, I'm procrastinating is because it's a hard thing to do and it's not my comfort, and my brain is telling me to do the comfort thing. Making a YouTube video when I was starting is not my comfort, right? Getting good in public speaking, it's a hard, it takes a lot. Till this date, when I record a video, I have to turn on my higher version, that she's sitting down and she's opening her heart, sharing everything, because there are so many people out there, they were just like me, and maybe with my videos they can get help. But my brain would still take me back to the comfort. So once we understand this, there's so much power in tapping into this, which is within your body. And you can activate both of them to get to what you want to get. And I hope this makes a sense, because this is a 1 hour session. And now let's look into the question answer. Any question that you have, you wanted to ask regarding this topic, or you wanted to make a change, why you cannot do it, feel free to leave them in the comment section now. And then I'm going to read through your questions. So let's take the question before we get more. Okay, so our brain is wired for comfort. Absolutely. So if you look in the neuroscience, our brain is actually wired for comfort. Our brain is, a human brain is actually only wired for simple tasks. Eating, doing a simple thing, reproduction, and that's pretty much it. Your brain, everybody's brain, human brain, is not wired to do the hard things. So every person that does the hard thing, they have to overcome their brain. They have to overcome this comfort that, yes, we can do hard things in life. And please know that we are. They're the things around us, that we have electricity, we have internet, all these things made by human. So if our brain is not meant for hard things, we will not be able to sit in the house or sit with discomfort. If our brain were not wired to do the hard things, we would just still sit in the jungle, right? The fact that we have a lot of things in our life, that tells us that our brain is wired for hard things. But the problem is you have to activate that. Otherwise, the default mode of our brain is just comfort. Diliana is saying, yes, exactly. I have often this fear from the unknown. Yes, but I recognize that it's wrong and I must choose love over fear. Yes, I'm going to get there soon. I'm so glad I found your great motivation channel. Thank you so much, Diliana. Yes, it is so common for all of us, because when we are tapping into the unknowns, it's almost like you are in a driver's seat. You have no GPS and you are just driving. How would you feel? It's an unknown road. Imagine, close your eyes and imagine yourself driving on the road where you have never driven before. You have no idea where you're going. You just have an inner belief that you are going to get somewhere. Of course, it's not comfortable. Of course, it's a fear. Of course, your body gonna tell you, hey, turn back. Who are you? Why are you doing these things? Don't be stupid. Just turn back. It's our body, our brain want us to stay in comfort all the time. All the time. Every time you make that decision, you are telling your brain, no, I'm going to do something uncomfortable. And here's an exercise. Try for 1 week, do one thing that is not familiar with your routine. Doesn't have to be a hard thing. It could be that going to a different coffee shop that you always go. Just go to different. If you're used to a same grocery shop, go somewhere different. If you are used to wearing one color of clothes, that you are only wear neutral clothes, like black and white, wear something red for a day. Every single day, take a micro action, which is not your comfort. Anything that is outside of the comfort, take those action every single week. Every single week. In a month, you are going to become the person that is going to do so many hard things. You won't realize how our brain is wired. If you take, let's say you drive a car, you go to the same route every single day to get to your office or wherever you go. Take a different route today. Like, okay, you know what? Today I'm not going to drive to the same route. I am going to go through a new roads. Well, what's going to happen? You are putting your brain in the unknowns. And now you are going to learn so much. Maybe there's a beautiful scenic route to your office that you didn't even know. Yes, it means that it might take a long time. You probably need to leave early or go somewhere that you've never been. But you always wanted to get into this habit that when I take an action, I wanted to experience this result. When you leave the result part into the unknown and just say, I am only going to experience what is there for me and I'm not so fixated on the result, that's when you are going to tap into your superpowers. Exactly. Okay, Fatima is saying, I am 33 and I wanted to quit my job and start my business. I'm almost done with the business plan. I'm getting scared more than earlier. Fatima, this is quite normal. It's so normal for you to feel fear. If you don't feel fear, I would question that. When I had this idea that I wanted to launch a business, I didn't know. I was like, who's going to buy these? Like, how it's going to turn out. I have never made a water bottles before, right? I'm a mom. I don't have an experience with that. And how I'm going to do it. But I did it. I did it because I said that this is what I'm going to do. And I activated my fear-based brain. I was like, if I don't do this, I'm going to go back to my job, which I don't want. I cannot default back to my old life. I have to do this because I know that there is so much I can do in this life, which is bigger than that. So feeling fear before starting the business, before taking a first step forward, it's quite normal. But you have to know that take a small action and tell yourself every single day, fear is okay, but I have a plan. You have a business plan, right? So it's not like that you are tapping into like literally unknowns. You do have a business plan. And now along the way, you are going to learn a lot. So that will give you the power. That will become your guide. And feeling fear is okay. Just move forward. And I wish you tons of success. Okay, let's take the other question. Our brain is wired for comfort. So it's not easy to get a task done, except it's encouraged and driven with reward or fear. Yeah, exactly. So let's say if you wanted to, I don't know, take any task and then tell yourself, activate your reward system. If I complete this task, I will feel accomplished. And fear is if I don't do it, then I am going to face the consequences of it, right? So activate both fear and reward and do the task. One of the best thing that I have learned is do it within the 5 minutes. So your brain said that, okay, I should make a YouTube video. For example, turn on the camera and do it. Do it within 5 minutes, take an action. If you're like, okay, I cannot turn on the camera, do it right away, start something towards it. You know what? For 5 minutes, I'm going to write down the script. This is how you are going to do it. Just tap into the fast action. Do not let your brain tells you otherwise, because your brain gonna just talk you out of that task. Just say, within 5 minutes, I'm gonna take an action. I'm gonna do something about it. Write a script. If you wanted to lose a weight, then for 5 minutes, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do a cardio only for 5 minutes. That's how you are going to activate it. Please, how do you get your brain to do the hard things? The way that you are going to do the hard things, which I just explained, take a tiny actions. The way that you are going to do it is any small task. Don't do the hard things right away, like meaning a big thing. You're not going to go tomorrow and climb the mountain, right? Do hard things, meaning like, let's say I wanted to lose a weight. Push up is something that I'm not a huge fan. Do a 5 push up. Say every single day, I'm going to do a 5 push up. That's it. Or 10 push up. That is something out of your comfort. You're not used to do that. So do that. Take a small action, a tiny, tiny action that is not comfortable. Do it every single day. And then tell your brain, see, I did it. I can do hard things. How much is your 101? You can send me the email and I will get back to you. You mean your brain wants you to stay in comfort? Yes, yes, absolutely. Our brain wants us to stay in comfort. Hi, Rudy. What is your teach or what services do you offer? I'm not sure what do you mean by that. I mean, I do offer one-on-one coaching to a lot of women, and one man just joined yesterday. I just signed him. So I do offer one-on-one. I work with people to get their goal, unlock their best version of their life, and we work. It's an intense program, one-on-one that I work. If you have an inquiry, feel free to email us. I would be really happy to work with you, whatever goals that you have. Why I use the same route every day to work. I'll try out the new route this week. How do you overcome negative vibes from the closest people to us on our new journey? Hi, Mary. This is quite common that people... So what is happening is you are leveling up. Your frequency is going higher, and the people around us, they are maybe not used to do that, right? They're still stuck in their negative loop of thoughts and whatever that is happening. The best way to do it is you need to go head down and focus. Eliminate all these noises. When I quit my job, when I launched this brand, when I am working on this business, on the YouTube, nobody knew. You do not need your friends and family support in order to feel you that you are going to do something, you are doing this great thing. You do not actually need it. It's, in my opinion, I strongly suggest, and I heard this story somewhere and I forgot where it was, and I'm going to share with you. Hopefully that will answer your question. There are 2 boys. One boy is climbing the mountain in the night. Nobody is seeing him. He didn't tell anyone. He's climbing the mountain. Imagine this is the hardest mountain ever. He's climbing the mountain that he's never climbed before. Another boy, he's also planning to climb the mountain. But what he did, he told everybody, hey, tomorrow morning, I'm going to climb the mountain. This is the hardest thing ever. And I am going to achieve to the top of the mountain. What's going to happen? The boy who told everybody, somebody in his life is going to tell him not to do it. Now his friend group is, few friends might say, go for it. They might say, go for it. And then his family. Out of love, our parents are telling us not to do the hard thing. Out of love. I want us to say it out loud. But sometimes they become barrier in our success. Why? Because they don't want us to go through the uncomfortable. They want us to follow the traditional safe path. So what's going to happen to the boy? The people in his family is going to tell him, hey, don't do it. What if you get hurt? What if you fall down? What if something happened? What if? So what is happening? Who do you think is going to climb the mountain? A boy who climbed in the dark. He didn't tell anyone. Don't think they both have the same challenges in life. But what they both did, the one is constantly listening to the noises that is telling him, come down, come down. You're not going to be able to do it. It's a hard thing to do. What if you fail? What if you get hurt? every single day, he's overcoming that fear, but all the voices are coming to him. He probably will say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. He probably will do it 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Eventually, he's going to fall off the mountain. Why? Because there is so much that we can activate our brain, but then we are also wired to the comfort. He's listening to his family telling him to come back. He will eventually come back. Why? Because he's going to think, his brain going to talk him out. The boy who's climbing in the dark, the boy he didn't tell anyone to climb, it's not that his path is easy. He's struggling, but nobody is telling him to push forward, but nobody is telling him to go down. He is training his brain by fear and reward. If I don't do it, then I will never be success. If I fall down, then it's going to be a failure. That boy is slowly going to achieve. Let's say it's a morning time. Somebody watch him climbing. He's probably past that level that he can not going to come back. Even if people from the bottom are screaming him, it's like, hey, come back. He won't be able to. Why? Because he has reached that level where he cannot come back. The problem is, I say this a lot of people before starting anything, they tell everybody. They tell every single person, and I say this because I've been through that. I know you do not need anyone's encouragement to move forward in your goal. You are your own encouragement. Make yourself a main character of your life. Move forward in silence. When you move forward in silence, then wait. Let people watch your success. But when you tell everybody, your brain is also now, oh, you have achieved something. Because look, people are praising you for having these big goals. You don't need that. What you actually need is take an action in silence. And I truly believe, and I hope this story answers your question, you have to cut out the negative vibes and negative noises. How are you going to do it? Not let that interfere you, silencing their voice and maybe cutting out all the people that are negative. If they are part of your family, you cannot cut them out. The best thing to do it, just focus on your goals rather than focusing on the negative things that they are doing. And do not try to change people. Nobody is going to become positive just by you telling them to become positive. The best is to focus your energy on your goals and do that. Hopefully that answers your question. Where are you in London? No, I'm sorry, Frankie. I'm not in London. I'm in Vancouver. I'm working as an IT professional, doing great here. Last 13 years, I'm very hardworking, smart, can upscale myself very quickly, but I'm not happy here. How to figure out what to do? Yes, it's quite common. I worked 12 plus years in a corporate job, and I totally understand that you are a very smart person. You are a very technical person. The problem is you are not happy because it's not your sole purpose. Your soul knows what is that you want to do. And your soul knows that this is not what your soul wants. In order to do, you need to dig up a little bit more. What is your purpose in life? How you are going to tap into your purpose in life. Write down what were the things when you were a little girl. Go back to your 7 or 8 year old. What were the things that you enjoyed to do? Was it something related to art? What is something to do with fashion designer? Maybe you wanted to become something else. But your parents or the safe path that you wanted to follow, you follow this IT, which we all do. We all do. I did it myself. So you forgot what was your real purpose. You follow the safe path. Only person that is going to tell you what is your true purpose is you, not anyone else. I want you to write down, and it's not going to come out on the first day. It's going to take quite a lot for you to figure out what is your true purpose. Write down on a piece of paper, go back to that 7 or 8 year old. What were the things that you were most attracted to? What was your childhood look like? What were the things that you were doing? It may not be the one thing, and always remember the things that comes to your mind, it may not be the thing. I tried 3 or 4 things before I land to this is my sole purpose. But those were not the failure. The person who tries the most gets successful the most because he has a courage to try the most. The best way to do it, be curious about your life. How I was when I was young. What is the task when I do and I don't feel tired and I don't get bored? That is the best way. This is literally the exercise that I did. I had a whole journal that I wrote down like pages and pages and pages of it. What is the one thing when I do, I don't get bored? What is the one topic I can talk in hours and hours and hours and it doesn't tire me? Even if nobody pays me, it still is my purpose. That is your purpose in life and you need to tap into it. Hopefully you will find your purpose because we all come on this earth to fulfill our purpose, not just the safe route. How long have you shifted out of Canada? How do you settle down in a new country? Hi, Rishita. It's been almost more than 11 or almost 12 years now that I have been out of India because I had a bigger goals. I knew it that I wanted to experience different culture, different experience, and this is why I made this decision. Is the brain also responsible for procrastination? Brain is not responsible for the procrastination. What is happening is, again, going back to the neuroscience, is procrastination is what? Is basically a fear. You know that by working out in a gym for 1 hour, you're going to lose the weight. But procrastination comes because it's a fear of pain. When you work out, your muscle is going to hurt. So why would you go to gym, right? You have to overcome that with reward. When I work out in a gym, after gym, I'm going to enjoy my best protein shake. Or you can say, if I hit gym every single day for 1 hour, I get into fit my dream dress that I really, really want. So there's a reward attached to it. And then I put a fear to it. If it doesn't happen, then I won't be able to fit in that dress that I already bought. Activate that. Procrastination is nothing but just a fear. Do you have an ebook that one can buy? I don't have an ebook yet. Can you answer my second question? I'm not sure, Rudy, what is your second question? Do you mind please writing it down here? Yes, we share, we lose energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the energy that we have, right? We have only so much energy in a day. Either you can activate it to do the hard things, or then what happens is towards the end of the day, your energy is drained. Every successful person or non-successful person, everybody has the same energy. The people who are successful doesn't mean that they have some unfair advantage or maybe they're different. No, they have the same energy throughout the day. How they activate it is different. When you wake up, you start scrolling. The first thing you look at is your phone, and then you end up scrolling 1 hour. Then 2 hours, then 3 hours. In 3 hours, the successful person is going to work on their goals. But 3 hours, you just wasted on the social media. And what happened? You're drained. You are drained. You don't have energy. So how are you going to achieve your goals? I'm a big fan of you. Oh, thank you, Shreyanshi. I follow your video, implement that. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. I love to hear that. Move forward in silence. Absolutely. 100% I agree with that. Thank you, Rishika. I feel I'm stuck, but not able to move forward. Rishika, can you elaborate a little bit more when you talk about you are stuck and you are not able to move forward? What do you mean by stuck? And what do you mean by moving forward? I want you to answer it, and let's unlock right now what is holding you back, if you are up to for this challenge. We should all believe more in yourself. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We have to believe in ourselves, and that is literally a key. If we don't believe in ourselves, then nothing is possible. Nothing is, right? We have to believe. If you look at it, all the things that has happened in around us, if Elon Musk doesn't believe that we can go to Mars, he would never be able to go to Mars. He had this idea when he was 7 or 8 years old. That was the belief that he had. When I wanted to launch my brand, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about the water bottles. I didn't even know how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to implement it. In my space, they're all big public company. The people that I don't want to say competitor, but sure, let's say them competitor, are all the big brands. Big brands, they are public company. They have a deep pockets. I am just a mom, right? I am just a mom, launch these water bottles. If I don't have a belief in myself that I can do that, I can never do anything. Nothing. So always believe in yourself, and you are your biggest asset ever. How to feel and look happier. Thank you for your time. How to feel and look happier. Feeling happiness. I read this book, The Mountain is You. And I read this couple other books as well. This is not a new story. So happiness is all depending on us. Nobody is responsible to make us happy. Nobody is responsible to make us unhappy. How we perceive things, it all depends on that. Every single day, I quit my job, which was 8 hour, 9 hour, 9 to 5, right? Now I work 18 hours a day. I'm a mom. I have to take care of my kid. I start my morning really, really early from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Continuously, I am working. I'm taking care of my son. I'm taking care of the house. I'm doing my business. I'm doing my YouTube. I am doing the coaching, one-on-one coaching that I have to plan. I can see that my life is really miserable. I am working 18 hours and I don't even sit down to do the lunch. Or I can say, I am so grateful to live this life where I empower people to live their life fully as well. I get to enjoy my life because I am making this beautiful product that I can give it to a small kids. Wish somebody told them that they are strong, they can do hard things. So how will their future look like, right? It's all about your perception towards the life. You can see the glass half empty or you can see the glass half full. I know it's easy said that done, but it's all about perception. Happiness is full in your control. You can be happy about small things. I started finding happiness in the small things, not the big things. Trust me, guys, not the big things. When somebody bought my first bottle, that didn't make me happy. I'm so honest with you. What made me happy is when they send me a message saying their kid felt so amazing. He said that, Mama, there are some other kids, they bully him, and he was only 5 years old. And Mama, now I'm going to tell them that I am strong and I'm carrying this bottle every single day. That made me the happiest. That made me the happiest. And I'm telling you, it's the small things. I learned a styling tip recently. We should never mix two different metals like gold and silver. You look good in gold. Also, please share. I disagree with that. I don't think we should never mix a metal. There is a never rule, which is so out of this conversation, but I just wanted to say it, Rishita. We should never follow any rule of that whole styling. You can always mix the metal, gold and silver, whatever, but it's your choice. I don't know what to do in life. I am not earning anything. I'm depending over my husband. Hi, Purnima. I don't know what to do in life. I'm not working. I'm not earning anything. So I believe that you are a homemaker. If you are depending on your husband, I'm pretty sure you have a skill. It's just that you are not looking at it. Everybody has a skill. You just have to tap into that. What is that you are good with? So the other day I was coaching this mom, and she was a stay-at-home mom, and she said that I wanted to do something but I don't know what to do. In a similar situation to yours, and I said, "You must be good in something." She said, "No, nothing, nothing." She doesn't know anything. And then in the next session, I asked her to do some exercise, and she came back and she said, "Oh, I come up with these three skills. I'm good at cooking, I'm good at baking, and I'm really good at organizing house." And I was like, "What? That's amazing." Because a lot of people are not. I always look at the organizing videos because I always come up with like, how can I be so organized with my kid in the house? So then I asked her, "Why don't you start posting videos about how you cook, bake, and organize, and see what is you like?" She just started doing. It's only been like a couple weeks now, but she's getting this attraction from all these people. And now her friends are asking, "Can you help us to organize the house?" She's not getting paid yet, but she's very early in the game. But eventually, she will be able to get into that. And I truly believe anyone that say that to me, that they cannot earn anything, social media is so powerful nowadays that you can become your own product. Everybody is capable of doing something. I truly believe, and I say this to everybody in my coaching, every single person should have their own social media channel. I know it's hard. It could be TikTok, it could be Instagram, it could be YouTube, whatever that is. Why? Because we all have certain skills. There are so many people who does cooking. Somebody is vegetarian, somebody is like vegan, somebody is something like this, but everybody has a different style. I am going to attract to somebody that is somewhere similar to my cooking, right? Everybody has a chance. The problem is we think that we are not capable. We are actually capable a lot more than we think. Hopefully that answers your question, Purnima. I truly believe you are fully capable. You just need to tap into what are the things that you're good at. The best way to do it, think about what your friends compliment you. What are the things they say that you are good at? What, Eddie Point, what's the success line set by the society? I feel society never consider our success as success. Well, that depends, right? I mean, society is telling what is success, what is not success. It's all depending on you. What do you think success is? Success is something different to every single person. What is success to me may not be success to you, or something else to somebody else person. But it's not set by society. It's set by you. What makes you feel successful? Don't worry about what society is telling you, because society is telling you to go to the safe route because that's what they have seen. But you decide what is right path for you. Hello. How to contact you? I would love if you can send me an email. It's in the description, or if you go back to any of my videos, you can see the email. It's in there. I would love for you to just send me an email. I would be very happy to connect with you. Rishita, I'm very actually sure if I start doing anything, I do my best. But from the past 3 years, I feel like I'm not taking any challenges. I'm in my comfort zone. Now I'm not able to start anything new. Rishita, what you are going through is so, so powerful. And this is something everybody goes. We often feel that we are so in comfort that we forget that we can challenge ourselves. I would say, Rishita, that take a tiny step in your life. Whatever you want to do for 1 week, do this practice. What a 1 week, all you have to do is one task that is out of your comfort. It could be anything, anything. If you never eat a certain food, tell that I'm going to try it, at least try it. That like I said, it doesn't mean that you have to climb a mountain next day. You can take a small, tiny step, and that is going to take you to that new level. Do anything, small, teeny, tiny action that is going to put you out of your comfort. And I truly believe you can do it because you know that you can. You literally said that. If you decide that you're going to do something best, then do it. You have a power inside of you. Last week, we suggested the Facebook group. Yes, having accountability partner. Hi, Fatima. No, I do have a couple ideas. One of the thing is right now I am working on the email. So I am going to send you a newsletter every single week. It's going to be a reset Sunday. Every single Sunday, you all will get the newsletter. And this is nothing but just a motivation. I wish younger self of me would have received. So that is the one way. And the second, that yes, I am going to move forward towards Facebook, but please bear with me. Like I said, there's so many things that is happening because I am also launching my website, but these two things are on my radar. I am thinking about it, but please be patient with me. Till then, we're doing this live only, so I give you so much motivation for next week. But I will do this. I'm already working on the newsletter, and then we are going to do the Facebook group as well. Thank you so much for your patience, Fatima. You are a great mom. I try to be. How to improve communication skill? You talk very softly and you're always present in the moment. When I speak sometime, my pace increase and the tone changes. How to remain poised and slow? So what is happening is you rush to complete the sentence because your body is responding in fear. When we are answering somebody, when we are talking to somebody, the thing that is holding us back is judgment. You are constantly judging yourself that you are not answering it properly or somebody's judging you. Always remember, nobody's judging you. When somebody is speaking, they are also have the same mindset. They are probably thinking that you are judging them. When you get comfortable, it's okay to make a mistake. In fact, in order to speak fast, I need to be so good. So never try to rush. Talk slowly. Lower your pace. Nobody in a rush. Why do you feel like you have to be rushed to answer somebody's question? Somebody asks something, take a pause. You can take a pause. The best way to do it, breathing exercise. Just breathe. Somebody asks a question. You don't have to do it out loud. You can do it unconscious, like not like this loud, but you can do it. You don't have to rush it. Never feel rushed to answer anyone's question. When you speak slowly, you will notice that the words are flowing more easily. If I try to speak so fast, I have to come up with an idea so quickly. Do you see that? My brain needs to function so fast. Slow down. Slow down your pace, and hopefully that is going to improve your communication skill. Practice it. Every single day, read a book, watch a show, and practice slow pace. Slow pace is how you're going to get successful. Thank you so much, Diliana. It is time for us to wrap up as well. Thank you so much. How to be consistent, how to know he is the one. I will hold on to these questions. Please join for the next week live, and then I will be so happy to join and answer all your questions. Make sure you join back. We are coming back next week as well. Until then, stay motivated with whatever the goals you have. Write it down and focus on the one action that you are going to take. Not a big mountain. And remember the story of those two boys. You do not need a whole plan right now. Just take a small action and you are going to get there. Write down all your goals and write down just one action and tell yourself that you are going to take this action. And hopefully, you will all have a beautiful week. And thank you so much for all the love. There is a very exciting video coming up. I'm still trying to figure out my posting schedule. I think we're gonna stick with Wednesday and Friday for this week. And these are really, really great videos, and I'm hoping that you are going to enjoy them. Thank you so much for your time, and lots of love to you all. And we are going to catch up next week. Thank you, guys. Take care.